Today, we are looking at a job description that honestly reads more like a manifesto. WorkTravel agency isn't just hiring an employee. They are looking for a true founding architect to build a totally autonomous AI system right from scratch. So if you're kind of tired of just tweaking existing models and you really want to build the future of AI, you are definitely going to want to stick around for this. This quote right here, it gets right to the heart of it. We're moving so far beyond simple chatbots. The core idea here is what's called agentic AI, and you can think of it like assembling a crew of specialized AI agents that can actually reason, plan, and work together on some really complex tasks. This role, it's all about architecting that crew from day one. So what's the actual mission here? Well, it's about turning this absolute treasure trove of untapped data, we're talking authentic travel reviews, into a real revenue-generating engine. The big challenge is to build a system that can sift through all these personal experiences and find valuable leads for businesses, creating a whole new income source out of thin air. And the potential market for this is, well, it's staggering. We're talking over 40 million digital nomads worldwide, and that number is just climbing fast. So this AI system isn't for some tiny niche. It's designed to serve the entire ecosystem that supports this lifestyle, from the local cafes and co-working spaces all the way up to global property developers. The potential for growth here is just enormous. This right here, this is the core challenge for the AI architect. How do you take something as personal and as human as a founder's travel reviews and somehow transform that authenticity into a scalable, repeatable sales process? It's all about going from just random ad hoc outreach to a predictable, automated engine for winning your business. Okay, so what does the architect actually build? This isn't just another coding gig where you're stuck in a silo. The mission is to design and implement an entire autonomous system that can manage the whole B2B outreach process, from the first discovery all the way to a closed deal. The key here, the term you really need to understand, is agentic workflow. This means the AI isn't just a simple bot performing one little task. No, it's a system that can analyze a situation, create a multi-step plan, and then execute on that plan all by itself. It's overseeing the entire lead lifecycle from the very first point of contact to a warm handoff. So here's how it actually works in practice. You've got a 3-agent crew tackling the whole process. First, the prospecting agent is constantly scanning reviews to find those high-value targets. Then, the content generation agent jumps in and creates these super personalized short videos based on what it found. And finally, the outreach agent takes over and handles all the communication to turn that initial contact into a genuine warm lead. Now, for any developer, the tech stack is a huge part of a job's appeal, right? And this project is using a truly forward-looking set of tools. Let's take a look at the arsenal you'd actually be working with. The foundation of this whole thing is Crew AI, which has this really fascinating dual architecture. So on one side, you have crews. These are teams of AI agents designed for the creative, autonomous stuff. But on the other side, you have flows, which give you structured, predictable control for things like data pipelines. It's really the perfect blend of creative autonomy and enterprise-grade reliability. And hey, this isn't some experimental framework we're talking about. Crew AI is an absolute beast, powering over 12 million daily executions in production environments. What that means for you is that you're building on a foundation that's already been proven to be scalable, fast, and reliable at a massive enterprise level. Okay, now for a real game changer, the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. Just think about the old way of connecting AI models to tools. For every single new model, you needed a custom integration for every single tool. It just creates this complex, tangled mess of connections that just doesn't scale. Well, MCP acts like a universal adapter. It's basically the USB-C for AI. It makes the problem so much simpler, making tool integration massively easier and totally future-proof. So let's just do a quick recap of the architect's toolset. You've got Crew AI flows for rock-solid, enterprise-grade orchestration. You have MCP for future-proof tool integration. You get Google's incredibly powerful AI for content generation, automated video tools to create engaging assets, and it all runs on a scalable Google Cloud foundation. I mean, come on, that is a truly modern stack. Okay, so this brings us to the offer, and this is where things get really interesting. WorkTravel agency is taking a very different approach here, one that values proven skill over a polished resume and real value creation over those traditional venture-backed structures. This table lays out their thinking with total transparency, which is awesome. I mean, giving away co-founder equity to talent you haven't worked with before, that's a huge risk for an early-stage project. But a revenue share model, that aligns incentives perfectly. It rewards success with passive cash flow, which is ideal for the digital nomad lifestyle, all while protecting the project's long-term health. So here are the two main paths you could take. The traditional vested co-founder model can get really messy. If someone leaves after vesting just a small amount, they stay on your cap table forever, and that complicates everything down the road. The revenue share model, on the other hand, is just clean. The architect gets a significant cut of the profit their system generates, directly rewarding their contribution without all the long-term legal baggage of equity.
And this is the final and frankly brilliant offer. You start as a founding architect on a revenue share model. You build the system, it starts making money, and you get your cut. Then, after 6 months of proven success, the option to convert that RevShare into actual equity and co-founder status appears. It is the ultimate prove it, then own it model.
So with an offer that unique, how do you actually apply for this role? Well, the process is just as unconventional. It's not about what your resume says, it's all about what you can build. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Resumes are a terrible way to judge a developer's real ability. This whole process is built on a simple but really powerful belief: proof over pedigree. Your GitHub is your resume. Your deployed projects are your credentials. Simple as that. So this is the big question for any aspiring architect watching this. In a world where basically anyone can claim they have AI expertise, how do you actually prove you have the skills to build a system like this one? The answer is you build something. Instead of a resume, you submit a portfolio project that you build with Crew AI. It could be an AI crew that plans a trip, or maybe a system that generates landing pages, or even one that designs and codes a simple game. You show them. Don't just tell them that you understand how to build and orchestrate these multi-agent systems. So there you have it, the opportunity, the mission, the tech, and the deal. WorkTravel.agency has laid out the entire blueprint for a next-generation AI system. The only question left is, will you be the one to build it?